What would you do if your act of kindness turned into a family scandal? I thought I was doing the right thing when I stopped to help a stranger whose car had broken down. But instead of praise, my wealthy in-laws were furious. This story is full of tension, hidden truths, and the clash between compassion and high society pride. Tell me in the comments, do you think I was wrong for helping a stranger? Or should family always support kindness no matter what? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more shocking life stories that will keep you thinking long after the video ends. Sometimes in life, a single moment can reveal the true colors of people around us. Imagine stopping on the side of the road to help a stranger in need, only to face judgment, laughter, or even mockery from those who should be supporting you. Why is it that acts of kindness are so often misunderstood or ridiculed in public? Many of us have experienced situations where we did something good, something selfless, but instead of receiving encouragement, people chose to mock us. They whispered, they laughed, or they openly tried to humiliate us. And the worst part? Sometimes this mockery doesn't come from strangers. It comes from family, friends, or even those closest to us. This story shows how fragile the line is between compassion and cruelty. Helping someone in need should never be seen as weakness. Yet society often punishes people for stepping out of their comfort zone to do the right thing. Public mockery can hurt deeply. It can make people question their values, their choices, even their dignity. But here's the truth. The courage to help is always greater than the cowardice of those who mock. Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe public mockery reveals more about the person laughing than the one being laughed at? Have you ever been ridiculed for showing kindness, for standing up for what was right, or for simply being yourself? Share your opinion in the comments. Mockery only exposes the insecurities of the mocker. Being kind in public is never shameful. Mockery is. Those who laugh today will be silent tomorrow when the truth comes out. Your voice matters. Let's fill the comments with strong affirmations against public mockery and show that compassion will always outshine cruelty. Sometimes people with money believe they have the right to judge, mock, or even humiliate others in public. But here's the truth. First impressions don't always reveal someone's true character. You might laugh at someone's clothes, their car, or even their struggles. But behind that appearance could be a person with a heart of gold, or someone who has lived through challenges you can't even imagine. So here's the real question for you. Would you rather be remembered as the one who mocked someone in public, or the one who showed respect and compassion even when it wasn't easy? Wealth can buy luxury, but it cannot buy kindness, dignity, or integrity. And when kindness clashes with wealth, that's when true character is revealed. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think mocking someone publicly says more about the person being mocked or about the one doing the mocking? Have you ever seen a rich person laugh at someone's misfortune? How did that make you feel? Do you believe true power lies in money or in the way we treat people when no one is watching? Your opinions matter here. Let's build a discussion where people reflect on the difference between wealth and real values. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you want more stories that challenge the way we see kindness, respect, and human character. Imagine this. You stop to help someone stranded on the road, simply because it's the right thing to do. Instead of receiving praise, your wealthy in-laws frown upon your actions. They whisper, criticize, and even mock you, almost as if kindness is a weakness, not a strength. But here's the real question. When someone mocks another person publicly for showing compassion, what does that say about them? Is it a reflection of power, pride, or insecurity? Some people believe that wealth automatically gives them the right to judge and laugh at others. But others argue that mocking someone who shows kindness only exposes a lack of humanity. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think mocking someone in public is ever justified? Should generosity always be respected, no matter the circumstances? What would you do if your own family laughed at you for helping a stranger? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. This story isn't just about money and status. It's about how we treat others when the world is watching. Sometimes the loudest voice in the room is the cruel one. But maybe, just maybe, the strongest voice is the one that chooses compassion, even in the face of mockery. Let's create a real discussion here. Do you believe public mockery destroys respect, or can it ever be deserved? And don't forget, if you enjoy these thought-provoking stories, hit subscribe so you never miss the next twist. Have you ever stopped to help someone, even when it wasn't convenient, only to be criticized or ridiculed for it. Today I want to share a story about what happens when kindness comes with unexpected consequences. I once helped a stranger in need, putting my own schedule and comfort aside. But instead of gratitude, I was met with mocking laughter and judgment from people around me. It made me realize something painful but true. Compassion can sometimes make you a target for ridicule. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been mocked for doing the right thing? Did it make you question your actions, or did it make your heart stronger? Why do you think society sometimes chooses to ridicule kindness instead of celebrating it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to see your real stories, your opinions, and even your debates. Let's talk about why some people feel the need to zombar publicamente, those who try to make a difference. Remember, kindness is never a weakness. It may come at a personal cost, but it always leaves a lasting impact. If you've ever been ridiculed for being compassionate, or if you have a story where someone's mockery backfired, share it below. Let's create a space where we celebrate courage and heart, not cruelty. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories that challenge your perspective and show the power of empathy in a world that sometimes laughs at it. Have you ever noticed how some people seem more concerned about what others think than about what's actually right? In my story, my rich in-laws were furious, not because I did something wrong, but because I helped a stranger. To them, appearances and reputation mattered more than kindness or integrity. It's wild how society sometimes praises people who look good on the outside, but criticize those who genuinely do good. Should generosity really be judged by who's watching? Or does true kindness shine brightest when it's unnoticed? I want to hear your thoughts. Have you ever witnessed someone being publicly mocked for doing the right thing? Do you think social status makes people crueler when someone challenges their perfect image? Would you stand up for someone being mocked, or stay quiet to protect your own reputation? Drop your opinions in the comments below. Let's get real about how appearances influence behavior, and why some people are quick to laugh at others instead of showing empathy. If you've ever experienced the sting of public mockery for doing good, share your story. It might inspire someone else to stay kind despite the judgment. Have you ever noticed how doing the right thing can sometimes shock the elite? In this story, one simple act of kindness completely clashed with the rigid rules of high society. What happens when compassion meets judgment, and generosity is met with sneers instead of gratitude? Imagine stopping to help someone in need, only to be laughed at or publicly mocked by those who think wealth and status define your worth. It's frustrating, isn't it? These reactions force us to question, whose rules really matter? The rules of society or the rules of humanity? Now we want to hear from you. Have you ever been publicly mocked for doing the right thing? Did people around you value status over genuine kindness? So have you witnessed someone being ridiculed for simply showing humanity? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's talk about the moments when society's rules clash with our moral compass. And here's a challenge for you. Type, "I choose kindness over mockery" in the comments if you agree that being human should always come before following the rules of high society. Let's flood this space with stories and support for compassion. Remember, true strength isn't about status or wealth. It's about standing up for what's right, even if it means facing public ridicule. Have you ever stopped to help someone on the street, only to be met with disbelief, judgment, or even ridicule from others around you? That's exactly what happened in today's story. I pulled over to help a stranded stranger, expecting nothing in return. But what followed completely changed my perspective on kindness, judgment, and the way we treat one another in public. This encounter wasn't just about fixing a flat tire or lending a helping hand. It became a lesson in human behavior. While I offered help selflessly, some people nearby couldn't resist mocking the situation. It made me wonder, why do we often find humor in someone else's misfortune instead of celebrating acts of generosity? I want to hear from you. Have you ever witnessed someone being mocked publicly while trying to do the right thing? Or maybe you were the one being laughed at. Drop your stories in the comments. Let's talk about why people feel the need to humiliate others in public and how we can change this mindset. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you believe that acts of kindness should be celebrated, not ridiculed. Let's create a community where generosity is admired and public mockery is challenged. Have you ever done something kind expecting appreciation, only to have it backfire? That's exactly what happened in this story. I helped someone in need. Nothing complicated, just a simple act of kindness. But instead of praise, it sparked tension and arguments in my family. It's strange how people react differently to kindness. Some see it as a virtue, others as a reason to judge or ridicule. In this case, my in-laws couldn't understand why I stopped to help a stranger. They laughed, mocked, and openly criticized me, turning what should have been a positive moment into a heated debate. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about publicly mocking someone for doing a good deed? Is it ever justified? Or does it just reveal more about the person doing the mocking than the person being mocked? Share your opinions in the comments. Don't hold back. Think about it. When we mock others, especially for acts of kindness, are we protecting ourselves from our own insecurities, or are we just being cruel? Your experiences, stories, or even strong opinions could spark a real discussion here. Drop a comment with your thoughts. Have you ever witnessed someone being publicly mocked for helping others? Would you defend them or just stay silent? Let's get a conversation going. Sometimes these discussions reveal more than the original act itself. And if you want to see more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Let's explore how kindness, judgment, and family tensions collide, and maybe learn a little about human nature along the way. Have you ever noticed how some people talk endlessly about giving back, but avoid actually helping anyone in need? They preach charity at dinner parties, post inspirational quotes on social media, and yet, when faced with a real opportunity to make a difference, they turn away or worse, ridicule those who do. It's shocking how wealth can sometimes come with a blind spot. People become so focused on appearances that true compassion takes a back seat. They want to be seen as generous, but they despise the messy, real-world actions that actually help others. Now here's a question for you. If someone publicly mocks a person who's trying to do good, is it more about their insecurity or pure hypocrisy? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. Have you ever witnessed someone preaching charity but shaming real action? Do you think mocking generosity publicly is more common among the wealthy, or does it happen everywhere? Share a time when someone laughed at good intentions and how it made you feel. Let's spark a real conversation. I want to read your opinions, and I know many of you have stories that will open our eyes. Sometimes the truth is uncomfortable, but that's where the best discussions happen. Comment your thoughts now, don't hold back. And if you want more eye-opening videos like this, subscribe to the channel and join our growing community of truth seekers. Let's cut through the hypocrisy together. I never imagined that a simple act of kindness could stir so much tension. When I helped that stranger, my rich in-laws were furious. And to make things even more complicated, my fiancé found himself right in the middle of it all. He saw the shock on their faces, their subtle smirks, and their almost playful mockery. And I could see the struggle in his eyes. He wanted to defend me, but he also didn't want to create a bigger scene. It made me wonder, how would you react if someone you love was being publicly ridiculed, just because they chose compassion over judgment? Some say laughing at someone in public can teach them a lesson. Others say it's cruel and unnecessary. My fiancé tried to navigate between the two extremes, and honestly, it was one of the hardest things I've ever witnessed him do. I want to know what you think. Do you believe it's ever okay to publicly mock someone? Have you ever been caught in a situation where you had to defend a loved one from ridicule? Would you stand by your morals, even if it upset powerful or wealthy people around you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's have a real conversation about empathy, loyalty, and the lines we draw when love and conflict collide. And don't forget, if you want more stories like this, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community. Have you ever faced a moment where doing the right thing made everyone else uncomfortable or even upset? That's exactly what happened to me. I had a chance to help someone in need, a stranger, and it went completely against the expectations of the people around me. In that moment, I realized something crucial. Approval is temporary, but integrity lasts forever. It's so easy to laugh at someone publicly, to make jokes at their expense, or to follow the crowd just to avoid criticism. But deep down, we all know that mocking others is a shortcut, an easy way to gain social approval without standing for what's right. I learned that choosing integrity often means standing alone, standing strong, and sometimes facing ridicule from those who prioritize appearances over values. I want to hear from you. Have you ever witnessed someone being mocked publicly for doing the right thing? Or maybe you've been the one laughed at for helping others or standing by your principles. Share your story in the comments. Do you think public mockery is just harmless fun, or is it a reflection of deeper insecurity and cowardice? Let's start a conversation. Type yes if you think integrity is more important than approval. Type no if you've ever felt pressured to join in with public laughter even when you knew it was wrong. Share your experiences with mockery. Who laughed? Why, and what did you learn? Your story could inspire someone else to choose integrity over approval next time. Remember, real courage isn't about winning applause, it's about doing the right thing even when it's uncomfortable. Have you ever done something kind, only to be met with unexpected anger or criticism? That's exactly what happened when I helped a stranger in need. And my rich in-laws weren't happy about it. But here's the thing. Was their disapproval really about the act itself, or was there something deeper going on? Some people might laugh or mock kindness when it doesn't fit their expectations. Others might publicly ridicule what they don't understand. It makes you wonder, why do some people feel the need to make someone else's good deed feel wrong? Is it jealousy, insecurity, or simply a twisted sense of superiority? I want to hear your thoughts. Have you ever witnessed someone being publicly mocked for doing the right thing? Do you think it's ever okay to criticize or make fun of someone for their generosity? How would you react if your actions were laughed at in front of others, even if you knew you were doing the right thing? Drop your opinions in the comments below. I'm curious to see how many of you have experienced this kind of public ridicule and how you handled it. Let's get real and share our experiences. Sometimes, talking about it helps us understand the world and the people in it a little better. Your turn. Share a time when someone mocked your kindness or someone else's in public. Did it hurt? Did it teach you something? Let's discuss openly. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that uncover hidden truths about family, wealth, and unexpected generosity. You never know what lessons or surprises might be waiting in the next video. Have you ever stopped to help a stranger, only to discover that the situation was far from what it seemed? Sometimes an act of kindness can reveal shocking truths that challenge everything you thought you knew. In today's story, a simple gesture of helping someone in need uncovers a hidden past that nobody expected. It makes us question, how often do we judge others based on appearances? And more importantly, what happens when the people around us mock those acts of kindness? We all know those moments when someone publicly mocks a good deed, maybe in a group chat, a social media post, or even in person. It's painful, right? But it also says a lot about the people doing the mocking. Are they insecure, jealous, or do they simply fail to see the value in compassion? I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever been mocked for helping someone? Did it make you hesitate next time, or did it strengthen your resolve to be kind, no matter what others think? What do you think drives people to publicly shame acts of kindness? Let's have a real conversation here. Share your experiences and opinions. Do you think mocking someone publicly is a reflection of weakness? Or is it just society being harsh? Can laughing at someone's compassion ever be justified? Comment below with your thoughts and let's discuss. I read every comment and love seeing your perspectives. And if you enjoy stories that reveal hidden truths and challenge our views on kindness and humanity, don't forget to subscribe and join this journey of discovery. Remember, sometimes the smallest act of help can reveal the biggest truths. And it often takes courage to ignore the mockery and do what's right. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where doing the right thing clashed with family expectations? Imagine stopping to help someone in need, only to face disapproval from your wealthy relatives. Should moral values ever take a back seat to social status or family pride? In this story, our protagonist's act of kindness sparks a heated conflict. Their rich in-laws see generosity as weakness, a reason to mock and belittle. But is publicly shaming someone for helping others really a measure of loyalty? Or is it just insecurity hiding behind wealth? We want to hear your thoughts. Would you ever stand up for your values, even if your family mocked you in public? Have you experienced or witnessed someone being ridiculed for doing the right thing? Do you think wealth changes people's perception of what's acceptable behavior? Drop your opinions in the comments. Don't hold back. Let's get real about family loyalty and the fine line between mocking and teaching lessons. Remember, Sometimes doing the right thing isn't easy, but it always matters. Share your experiences, agree, disagree, or even tell us about a time someone laughed at your kindness. We want to know it all. Comment below. Are you the kind of person who would laugh with the wealthy or stand firm with your moral compass? Have you ever stopped to help someone, even when nobody else was watching? That small act of kindness might seem insignificant at first, but sometimes it can create a ripple effect that changes lives in ways you never imagined. Now imagine doing something good in public. People are watching, and sometimes instead of applause you get mockery. They laugh, they whisper, they make fun. But here's the twist. Their reaction doesn't define your actions. Your kindness speaks louder than any joke or comment. I want to hear from you. Have you ever been publicly mocked for doing the right thing? How did it make you feel? And did it ever stop you from helping someone again? Do you believe mocking kindness says more about the person mocking than the one being kind? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's share stories, reflect, and maybe even learn from each other. Every comment could inspire someone else to act kindly, despite what others might say. Remember, true courage isn't just about standing up to negativity. It's about choosing to do good anyway, no matter who's watching. If this message resonates with you, subscribe to the channel and join our community. Let's create a space where kindness wins over mockery and positivity spreads like wildfire. Sometimes doing the right thing isn't easy. Sometimes helping someone in need makes others uncomfortable, especially when they choose to mock or laugh publicly at your kindness. But here's the truth. True generosity isn't about recognition or approval. It's about standing firm in your values, even when others try to shame you or make you feel small. Have you ever helped someone only to be ridiculed in front of others? How did it feel? Did it make you question your actions? Or did it strengthen your resolve to stay true to your principles? I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below sharing a time when you were mocked for doing the right thing. Did you stand your ground? Or did you let others' opinions sway you? Let's create a conversation about courage, kindness, and dealing with public mockery. I refuse to let their laughter change my heart. Standing by my actions, no matter what others think. Mocking me only made me stronger. Your story might inspire someone else to act with bravery and compassion, even when it's uncomfortable. Don't be shy. Let's discuss what it really means to stand tall when the world laughs at you. Family. It's supposed to be a source of love, support, and acceptance, right? But what happens when family members publicly mock or criticize each other instead of lifting one another up? In this video, we dive deep into what family really means. Is it blood alone? Or is it the respect, understanding, and genuine care that we show each other every day? Too often, people confuse teasing or sarcasm with humor. But when it's done publicly, it can hurt more than anyone realizes. I want to hear from you. Have you ever witnessed a family member being mocked in front of others? How did it make you feel? And what did it teach you about love and respect? Do you think public mockery is ever acceptable in a family setting? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Share your experiences. Honest stories help everyone understand the line between playful teasing and harmful mockery. Let's start a conversation about what it truly means to respect and love your family. And if you believe that family should be about acceptance and kindness, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, so you never miss a discussion that could change the way you see your loved ones. Remember, a family that laughs with each other, not at each other, is a family that lasts.